Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Crossland. And today for our Friday art, we are going to do a somewhat Halloween inspired project. We are going to make monsters, and they're called Picasso monsters. Now, these monsters are inspired by the works of Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque. Uh, Pablo and George were famous for creating a style of art called Cubism. And that's what we're using today to create our Picasso monsters. So, Cubism is something that has many perspectives. It is not realistic. So, if you draw a picture of a flower and it looks like a flower, that's a realistic style of art. But this that we are doing has more to do the um, with different shapes that you use, different colors that you use, different textures that you can use, and it has to do with your feelings. How you feel will dictate what colors you use. It may not be realistic at all, but it's something that you're going to use to portray how you feel at the time that you're doing it. Picasso had a blue period where almost everything that he painted was blue. And how do you think he was feeling at that time? That's right, sad. So he also had a pink period. And how do you think he was feeling when he did his pink period? Happy, in love, all those things. So today we're going to work on our Picasso, and we're going to make some kind of a monster. And now you can do your own monster, whatever you like. It'll be your monster, just like Frankenstein's monster was created by Dr. Frankenstein, and it was his monster. So you're going to do your monster. What we are going to do is use two perspectives. And I want you to look at this witch that I did last year. If you look and you just see the side, this part, you can see that it's the side profile of the witch's face. But then if you look over here and you cover that part up, you can see that she's looking straight forward. So we're going to do this. This particular project was made with construction paper, but we don't have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw it, and it's going to be just as great. So here is one example of the witch that I did last year. Here's another example of a witch I did a couple years ago. And then today we are going to create our own. So when I said that Picasso used lots of different textures, you could put different things into your picture. So instead of, you can use just a plain white piece of paper, or if you don't have a plain white piece of paper, this one's rather big, you can use copy paper if you want to. You could use newspaper if you want to. So whatever you have is perfect for this project. We're going to start out, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just do an oval for the face. So we're going to leave some room at the top if we want to put a hat or something else later. We're going to do the background a little bit too. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to do kind of an oval face like that. And then I'm going to do the profile. So we're going to start and come down a little bit. We're going to leave a little part for the eye socket. I think I'll have a witch's nose. And then some lips and a pointy little chin with a wart on there for good measure. So then I'm going to look at, Picasso has many different styles that he does for eyes, nose, mouth, and there is a link on your calendar so that you can look up some examples. First, examples of Picasso's different eyes, nose, mouth, and different examples of other ones that are already done. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do, and you're going to make your own just the way you like it. So I'm going to do an eye that looks like a triangle, and then I'm going to put an eyeball inside of it. I'm going to use some little squiggly lines for eyelashes. And again, you can do whatever you like because this is going to be yours. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and color that in. Now the other side is the face that's looking straight at us. So I'm going to do an eyeball that looks like this. And again, I like those kind of eyelashes. Now I'm going to create a mouth that is on both sides. So I'm going to go back here and I will create maybe that kind of a mouth. And then I'm going to put some teeth in there because this is my monster. And I can do it any way I like. So that is going to be the start of my Picasso monster. I'm going to give her a neck and also give her some shoulders. It's just a portrait, so we're not going to go any further than that. Now, if you have newspaper, you have scraps of paper, anything that you want to glue on in the background or use to put part of this, that is a fantastic idea. It will make it more of your own and it will make it more unique for yourself. What we're going to do next is we're going to color it in, and I'm going to go ahead and skip to a piece that I've already done. Now, please remember, if I'm going too fast, if you didn't see something, please rewind this this video and watch it again so you see it slower or at your own pace. Okay, so I want to show you how we can color these in. This is another one that I did earlier. And you can color this in any way you like. I'm going to, if you can see closely, I did this with my markers. And if you do it in a certain way, you can make these textures. So you can see that some of them are going like this. Some of them are coming down this way. These lines are vertical. These are kind of vertical. These are horizontal. And you can do the lines any way you like. I'm going to show you how I did the lines just using the flat of the pen. And if you do them all in the same way and you take your time, then you're going to be able to have a really nice texture. Now, if I did that for a while, and then I just want to go sideways, and maybe I want to use the tip of the pen for a different look, a different texture. And you can see how you're creating texture in your picture just by using a different part of the pen. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. And of course, you'll do a much better job than Miss Crossland's doing for my, just to show you here. So then you could go back in and do a different kind of line. And then maybe you would finish up with just a plain horizontal line. However you like to do that. Okay. Now, I made some hats for my pictures. Let's see if I did it this way. Oh, wait. Here's another one that I did. Miss Cross has been crazy busy making these Cubism monsters. I like that one too. This one I used a little loop-de-loop on her cheek, and I just started in with the with coloring her in. The other thing is on these hats that I showed you. These are easily done. Actually, oops, sorry, friends. Very professional video here. Okay, so we have that little lady, and then all I did for the hat. This is a triangle, and you can put a triangle there. Kind of looks like a clown hat. Excuse me. Until you put the brim of the hat on like that. And now she has that kind of a hat. And you'll notice this little lady's hair is something different. On this side, we have just the red lines. And then on this side, I decided, that's her ear. I hadn't finished her ear, to do triangles. So she's got triangle hair over here. And you can do any way, anything you like, which is really fun. So what I'd like you to do is when you're all done with your Picasso monster, I'd like you to name your monster and tell us a little bit about your monster, maybe some of the choices that you made, how you were feeling, the color choices that you used and why. And then you're going to go ahead and post it on Seesaw for us so we can just see it. I hope you enjoy this, friends. I hope you like this as much as I do. Don't forget the background. You can color the background any color you like. You can also put little friends in the background. This one has a bat in the back of her. And this one, whose hat I just ripped off, yes, I did, has spiders in the back. And she's just got some curly hair that I put on there. So friends, have fun with this Cubism art. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you so much. And we see you soon.